My wife said she was on work trip, so I gifted her divorce papers. Reddit cheating stories. I still remember the exact moment everything inside me shattered. It was a Tuesday evening when my wife, Emily, packed her bags and told me she had a 4-day work trip in Chicago. She kissed me on the cheek, smiled like nothing was wrong, and walked out the door. I trusted her. After all, we'd been married for 10 years, built a home together, and weathered our share of storms. But something about that trip gnawed at me, like a splinter I couldn't ignore. At first, I pushed it aside. She often had work trips, and I had no reason not to believe her. But when she forgot her laptop at home, a laptop she always needed for these supposed conferences, something inside me froze. I thought, maybe it's just a mistake, maybe I'm overthinking. But my gut told me otherwise. That night, while she was supposedly flying out, I checked our shared phone bill. Dozens of long calls and late-night texts to a number I didn't recognize. The next day, I did something I never thought I'd do. I hired a private investigator. The waiting was brutal. Every minute felt like an eternity. But when the PI finally called me, his words confirmed my worst fears. Emily wasn't in Chicago. She was 2 hours away in a resort town, checked into a luxury hotel with a man from her office. My hands shook as I flipped through the photos the investigator sent me, her laughing with him at dinner, their hands touching across the table, then walking into the hotel together. My heart wasn't just broken, it was obliterated. I stared at those pictures until my eyes burned, wondering how the woman I loved more than anything could betray me so deeply. But after the initial shock came something else, clarity. For months, I had felt her slipping away, her excuses growing flimsier, her affection cooling. I had begged for communication, tried to plan date nights, asked if something was wrong. Every time, she brushed me off with, "I'm just tired," or, "Work is stressing me out." Now I knew the truth. She hadn't been tired of work, she had been tired of me. That night, I sat at my desk, divorce papers spread out before me. My hands steadied as I signed every line, my tears drying into determination. I wasn't going to scream, beg, or fight. I was going to take my dignity back. And I knew exactly how. 3 days later, I drove to the airport where her supposed work trip was ending. I stood near the arrivals gate, divorce papers tucked neatly into a folder. My heart raced as I saw her walking toward me, suitcase in tow, laughing into her phone. She froze when she spotted me. Her face went pale. What are you doing here?" she stammered, her voice cracking. I walked up slowly, calm and deliberate. "Thought I'd surprise you," I said, handing her the folder. But I guess the real surprise was on me. She opened the folder, her eyes darting over the words petition for divorce. Her mouth opened and closed like she wanted to explain, to spin a story, but the tears welling in her eyes betrayed her. Around us, people stopped to watch, their curiosity filling the space with quiet tension. "You lied," I said softly, so only she could hear. "Not just about the trip. About us. About everything. I deserve better than this." Her hands trembled as she reached for me, whispering, "Wait, please, let me explain." It didn't mean anything. But I stepped back. It meant enough to end our marriage. I walked away, leaving her standing in the middle of the airport with divorce papers in her hands. I don't know if she cried, yelled, or called after me. I didn't look back. The months that followed weren't easy. Divorce is never easy, especially when it comes with betrayal. There were nights I lay awake, wondering if I should have fought harder, wondering if maybe I had failed as a husband. But with therapy, support from friends, and time, I began to see the truth. Emily's choices were hers. Her betrayal wasn't about my worth, it was about her selfishness. Slowly, life became brighter again. I picked up old hobbies, reconnected with friends I had neglected, and even started running marathons to channel my pain into strength. And one day, while training, I met someone new. Someone kind, genuine, and unafraid of honesty. Looking back, I realized gifting Emily those divorce papers at the airport was the most empowering thing I could have done. It wasn't just about ending a marriage, it was about reclaiming my self-respect, my freedom, and my future. So if you're listening to this and you've been betrayed, remember this: you don't have to stay where you're not valued. You don't have to carry someone else's lies on your shoulders. Walk away with your dignity intact. The right people, the ones who see your worth, will find you.